Welcome back. In the last session, we have understood about the career, different types of career, and career planning. Once we have developed an idea about it, now we are going to learn about the career development in this lecture session. Now, what is career development? It is a process where employees progress through a series of stages, and it is also a responsibility of the organization and the employees both. So, let us see what are the different stages of career development and discuss on a model of career development in this section. We will also understand the challenges in career development and how it can be overcome in this lecture session. Let us proceed. Career development is the process by which employees progress through a series of stages. Each stage is characterized by a different set of development tasks, activities, and relationships. There are four career stages: exploration, establishment, maintenance, and disengagement. When we have discussed about the changing job nature across different generations, we have discussed it across various groups of people. But also, as a person progresses in his life, so from the start of his career, when he is a very young person, to the when he grows up, matures, his social relationship changes, he starts his own family, then the family expands and all. As he moves through his own life stages, there is also a transition and in the career stages, that and what you seek for as motivators at different life stages of yourself from your career, it also changes. When you're talking of these four career stages of exploration, establishment, maintenance, and disengagement, this is we are discussing across the lifespan of the particular individual when the person grows and matures with age, like from the start of his career to the end of his career. So, in this model, you can see like the developmental tasks at the exploration stage is identify interests, skills, and fit between the self and work. You are trying to explore which is that career which is going to suit you. This starts at the early stage of your life. You can see the activities at this stage are helping, learning, and following directions. Relationships to other employees are your apprenticeship because you are learning from others. You have just newly joined the organization. Your typical age is less than 30 and yours on job is less than 2 years. So you're still on the stage of learning, exploring things, and going to know about what all there is in the organization, what are your career ropes, and how you learn from the organization. Next step is establishment. The developmental tasks are here: advancement, growth, security, develop lifestyle. Activities are making independent contributions. Relationship to other employees are that of colleague. Typical age is 30 to 45 and years on job is 2 to 10 years. Maintenance. Developmental tasks are hold on to accomplishments, update skills. Activities are training, sponsoring, and policy making. Relationship to other employees are that of mentors. Typical age is 45 to 60. When you talk years on the job is more than 10 years. In between, what may happen is a career stagnation or career plateau that may happen when people reach these more than 10 years, crosses 10 years of life, which we also talk of career menopause in case of like employees. So, what happens at this stage? Two things may happen. Either the person may become stagnated, or there is a tendency to do a career shift so that they can start off with a second career and get something new, because what they may feel like, if their jobs do not support their or encourage their role to become mentors, sometimes they feel stagnated and feel like they do not have anything more to the contribute to the cause of the organization, or they do not see any opportunities of their own career growth remaining in a particular organization. When we talk of disengagement, the developmental tasks are that of retirement planning, change balance between work and non work. It is the phasing out of work, relationship to other employees are that of sponsor. Your typical age is 61 plus and you are more than 10 years on the job, where you are slowly moving on to your phases of retirement and you want to strike off again a balance between your work and life, and then you want to like become sponsors to others, and you are trying to help your juniors to grow and flourish. So these are the different stages of career development: exploration, establishment, maintenance, and disengagement, which are connected with the different life stages of the person and years of you being on a particular job. Next, we are going to discuss on career anchors. Career anchors, the concept was introduced by Edgar Schein. So it is career anchor is something which develops over time and evolves into a self concept, shaping one's personal identity or self image. So it includes the talent, skills, and abilities, the things that we believe we are good at and not so good at, and motivations and needs, like what is important to us, and take the form of goals, like why we will be embarking into a particular career. Is it for money, status, challenge, or autonomy? What are our attitudes and values, the kind of organization that we feel we will be comfortable with, ones which matches our own values and beliefs? So career anchors depends on three things, like what we are good at, what we want from the job, and how we would like to enter into a relationship with our organization. Do we want reward? Do we want recognition? All these things. What is more important to us? What we are looking for when we are taking up a particular job? What we want the job to give back to us? So these are the questions that determines one's career anchors, and career anchors vary across people. So the different career anchors are like technical and functional. Like I like technical kind of work. General management, I want to take up generalized responsibilities. From the job, I may work for autonomy and independence. I may look at the job for security and stability. I may look at the job for opportunities for entrepreneurial creativity. I may seek like service. I may look at it as a service and dedication to a cause. Then I may take it up as a pure challenge, and I also may take up a job as a like means for enhancing my lifestyle. So I'm looking at job for what purpose, that determines whether if I can get that from the job is going to motivate me or not. Now, why career development is important? Because it helps the companies to create and sustain a continuous learning environment. The biggest challenge is how, for the companies now, is how to balance advancing employees' careers with simultaneously attracting and acquiring employees with new skills. So, how to like go for a succession planning, then how to move the career path of the current employees who are there in the organization so that they also have a sense of personal growth and fulfillment, and how to attract employees with new skills. These are some of the challenges that the organizations are facing. The growing use of teams is influencing the like concept of careers, like what are project careers and how to do like career management in projects. So when, how, like when to enter, when to leave, how to coordinate. We'll be discussing more about project care teams in when you're discussing on coordination. Also, why it is important career development. So because now, as we've already discussed, the concept of career itself, as people in earlier generation used to see, and the people in the younger generations are saying it, it has undergone a sea change. So if we do not know the concept of career, changing nature of the concept of career, we will not be able to motivate employees properly. So I will not be able to motivate them into like undergo any training program properly, because it may not match with their needs and expectations, and also what program they are going to choose and what and how they need to know. These are varied across generations and across the life stages of the individual. So we have to know this background, and then only we can do a career development properly to map the talent, skill, motivation and attitude of the person with what is their expected learning from the training program. The factors which are influencing career and career development are personality of the employee, education and completed training courses, behavior and self presentation, job performance and evaluation of the supervisor, perform job position, and company situations, willingness to change, like the either the perform job or the employer. So personality helps in the it's very prerequisite for working in certain job positions. The personality of the employee and superiors ideas about the personality profile will have important role in proper job matching, and it's definitely going to affect the career development. So career education that you had, previous education, adequate education, completed courses are also the one of the basic factors which influence career and for promotion in organizational structure. Behavior and self presentation. So how your superiors view you performing in a particular job is very important in your career goals and aspirations within the organization. So how the supervisor evaluates your job performance is also very important, and it has an effect in your career advancement within the organizational structure. The performed job position should be in accordance with the career goals. So, if the person wants to build up a generalist career, he should be having varied exposures. But if he wants to specialize in certain careers, then he needs to go to the depth of a particular domain itself. So, it depends on how the job positions that you perform will affect your career, like the career definition portfolio that you make up. Company situations are also has a significant influence for the employee career. So whether the company is able to give you promotions or not, whether they can allow your career development or not, depends on many cases on the like the values of the company or its financial strengths also. Willingness to change perform job or employer. Sometimes it is necessary to change job position, department or employers for promotion or job career development. If sometimes people are feeling facing stagnation and they are finding blocks in their career progress, then even repeated telling or requesting is not yielding any result. Like nobody is giving heed to whatever the request you're making, then it's better like to search for new job and change the employer. But for that you need to develop yourself as a very very competent employee, so that you do not have to develop a continuous commitment with the organization and have to stay back in the organization even if there is no career opportunity and all, just for the staying back, because you don't have any opportunities outside. So if you need to change your job and career and look for a fresh organization, maybe you need to be very competent. You have to develop your competencies first, diversify your skills first, make yourself knowledgeable enough so that you become self confident of your capability and self reliant to find a new job and establish yourself there. So the problems of career development is due to lack of integration in the process. So functions which are required are assessment of skills, knowledge and attitudes and experiences, collection of information on job options and required skills for those options, planning for career development by acquiring necessary skills and knowledges, planning for accessing to training and skill development for meeting the minimum requirement for career development, access to other jobs as suitable for work experience and knowledge. So that can be done by anybody who to be employed or planning to be employed. So this needs to be explored, and this requires some proactiveness on the part of the employees also. So whenever we are talking of career development or career management, so this exercise should start on the part of the employee, rather on the part of the to be employee, much before the person joins the organization. So it is what we see a both way responsibility. We just cannot tell like the organization is responsible for your career development. The employee himself or herself is also very much responsible for the career development, to understand what my priorities are, what I am good at, what motivates me, what are the trainings that I should require and be prepared for, to prepare yourself for your future work, to know like what are your areas of interest and all, is a responsibility of the employee or the to be employee, so that the employee or when he or she joins the organization can have a proper career growth and development within the organization. So what some problems occur is like there may be too many initiatives to be implemented, then lack of continuity in the processes. So the existing processes are maybe not very well defined. It may be there is lack of consistency with other HR activities, lack of integration between the processes. So these are some of the common problems of career development faced by the incumbents during their career and employment. So what we understand from for this reason only we discussed the concept of strategic HRM when we started discussing on these objectives first. When you see career development, it has to be well aligned with the goals and objectives of the organization, the staffing processes of the organization, the recruitment selection, succession planning, which is also a very important part of career development, like how I'll move a particular employee through the different job positions so that It's a very important part of human resource planning. Like when there is a vacant job position, I do have people ready to fill up that position. So that is also very important, and also it's linked with performance appraisal and management. So what we see, all the functions are linked with each other, and it needs to be a very well coordinated activity so that we can go for a proper career development of the employee, where the employee also feels like a sense of personal growth. Organization also feels like there is no vacuum created due to lack of a suitable like competent employee at a particular job position to fit into a particular job roles and demands, and it is a win-win situation for both of them, the employer, employing organization, and the employee. We'll take a short break over here. We'll continue with this discussion in the next session on career motivation, career management, career strategy. Till then, stay tuned with us. Thank you.